organ donor, you fucking beast.
Hey, what is up everybody, it is Online here, welcome back to another video guys, and today I wanted to talk about Drawn to Death because I have been in love with this game for the past couple days, and it has been completely addicting and really fun, and ultimately I don't think it deserves the hate it's been getting because it is a PlayStation Plus title. And, well, I figured I'd talk about this game. Now, this is not going to be like a complete review or anything because, well, that takes a lot of, time to be able to play a game for that extensively, especially since it's a multiplayer title. And instead of just doing a review, I figured I'd just talk about the game, give you my thoughts, being, I think about 40 matches in the game or so. And, yeah, I guess let's just get right into it. So, Drawn to Death is kind of like a shooter/brawler, I think the devs are calling it. I think that's completely given because, well, the characters in this game are really in-depth. There's only 6 characters so far at launch, but, of what I played of each one of them, they're completely different from each other, and they even, have different play styles, they have different strategies, they have different, weapons that are, good for their type of character, and ultimately, it's just really, really fun to play as, the character that you want to play as. Currently I play as Alan the most because, well, he suits my playstyle. If you guys don't know who Alan is, he's kind of like the chainsaw guy with the mask, and, well, his playstyle is completely amazing. And some things I've noticed that differ between Alan and, let's say, the starter character, Johnny Savage, because, well, Johnny Savage heals like normal characters. You can pick up health pickups because that's how you heal in this game, primarily. But Alan is different. He's not like Johnny Savage, and he actually completely heals by himself as long as he's not getting shot out and, when you're kind of, in the midst of, after a fight and so. About 40 matches into this game, and the biggest thing that, I was kind of surprised about is how much this game is kind of stacked with content. At least, makes it feel like a big full game. I played Drawn to Death back when it was in the beta form, and I didn't really have an interest into it because the tutorial kind of shut me off. This time, when I was playing the tutorial, I kind of got past it and just, I say the first 45 minutes or so of the game actually holds your hand quite a bit. But once you get past it and you're just playing matches by yourself, there's a lot of fun to be had in this game, and that's thanks to the amount of content that's in this game. Now, I'm not talking about maps because there are only about 6 or 7 of them. Of what I played of them, they're really, really fun. I'm gonna get into graphics of the maps and just the graphics of the game later, but going back into how this game is kind of like a full game, this game is stacked with content because they have a ranked system, they have an unranked system, so if you don't want to play competitively, they even have a friendly mode where you can go into default matches by yourself. And, well, this is kind of like a refresher because nowadays a lot of shooters, kind of forget a lot about the content and just, focus on DLC and a bunch of stuff. Don't get me wrong, this game does have its microtransactions, but they're all cosmetic for the most part. You can buy a thing that lets you buy all the guns at launch, but that's kind of a stupid thing to do. You can play 3 to 5 matches or so, and you can unlock another blood key, and that unlocks one gun of your choosing, or one weapon, I guess you could say, because a lot of these things are not guns, they're just, you could be flinging people around, dodgeballs, and just, this game's honestly chaotic, and I love it for it. So the microtransactions, I don't really have a problem with this game about that because, a lot of people have been complaining about it, but to me, I've been unlocking guns just completely fine, and I feel like, this is like one of those games where, you don't actually need to pay in order to get all the weapons that you want to get in this game, and man, is that nice to see for one. So I talked about this a little bit earlier, but the big thing that's, kind of kicking people away is 2 things. For those that actually don't try the game and they just watch videos of it, the graphics don't look the best, that's what they say, but to me, honestly, I really like the art style because when have you played a shooter that, you're kind of in the notebook pages of a high school's, imagination, and I don't know, just something about the plain, simple whiteness, as well as the little textures around it, just makes it feel simple, but also makes it feel, I guess, artistically beautiful in a way, and it's nice to see that for a change. Again, a lot of people are saying it looks ugly, and I can say that for the pictures that you see of the game, but when you see it running in 60 frames per second, I definitely think it looks a lot better than the pictures make it out to be, and yeah, I guess that could be a turnoff for some people, but honestly, do you really need to have your games graphically, amazing all the time? I mean, there's games like Shovel Knight that are retro games that don't look artistically beautiful like that aspect, but they're so really fun to play and it still gets praised nonetheless. But yet, this game gets thrown in the shithole for some reason, and I find that kind of stupid. The tone in this game is also the second thing that I'd say, kind of strays people away from it after you play the tutorial. I think the tutorial kind of overloads you with jokes, and I guess that's what they're trying to do with it. But I feel like a lot of them are hit and miss, and a lot of them can be really stupid. I won't spoil some of the jokes that they do for you, because they can actually be quite funny once they hit you. But man, some of them lay flat, and a lot of them are just dick and fart jokes, which are kind of stupid, once they keep saying them after a while. But, I guess that's with the tone of this game, not taking itself completely serious. This is kind of like the game that gives me the vibes that you want to play this, on a Friday night with some friends, or just live stream it, which is something I'm considering doing once I get into live streaming. But yeah, this game is definitely, I'd say this is like Killing Floor 2 that I said before. This has got, a game that you want to play on a Friday night and just have fun with people. And man, is this a fun game to play because, well, I've been kind of I wouldn't say addicted to it, but I've been playing it mainly as my main game this week. And I didn't think that would be the case, with other games out, but man, it's a really fun title, and man, just the rank system and everything, that it has. I guess I'll talk about the rank system right now, because the rank system is in a way where, you know, you're kind of like climbing this tower, so you see visually your progress as you're climbing up. You know, you need a certain amount of stars to get into the next room, and you're just climbing up to the top. You know, some of them, you know, unlock trophies. Other of them unlock, you know, I think every single one unlocks, you know, a new sticker to show other people how far you've gotten in the rank system. Pretty cool stuff. And yeah, there's some other elements into this game that will keep you playing a little bit longer. And I guess talking about post-launch content, they're already adding a new map next week, which is awesome because, well, you know, games like these, multiplayer type of games, can die if they're not supported. So it's nice to see that we're already getting a new map this soon, you know, as of next week. And yeah, I'm going to be definitely jumping back in once that new map hits. And honestly, I see myself playing this game for, you know, the months ahead, definitely into the summertime, and it should be a lot of fun. So yeah, I guess this video is just mainly, you know, talking about the game and how I like it so far. There are some cons to it. I do feel like the balancing in this game needs a little bit, you know, of like tuning down. I feel some weapons are, you know, OP, like the Russian jackhammer, I'd say, and maybe some other weapons as well. There are some glitches, but that's, you know, of course, with the phase of this being a launch title right now. You know, this is the first week it came out, so obviously it's gonna need ironing some bugs. Luckily, it's on PlayStation Plus for free, so it should be getting enough of an audience to find out and iron out those bugs. But I feel like the only cons that I have with this game that are not launch related are just that the controls kind of feel a little bit floaty. But even then, I even like don't mind it that much because, you know, it is, you know, kind of like a paperlistic kind of thing. So, you know, I guess that even could be intentional, you know, just thinking about it right now. But just, I guess it does feel a little bit weird. Just, it feels like you're flying or like gloating in the air a little bit. Just, you know, I feel like you're in the air for a little bit too long, and that can kind of be like, I don't know, it just feels a little bit weird. But other than that, you know, the other main problem I have with this game is kind of like the jokes. But even then, a lot of them hit you. It's kind of like hit or miss, depending on, you know, if they hit you or not, and how, you know, well the joke is portrayed, I guess you could say. But man, I just can't wait to see what this game goes through, like, you know, in the months ahead as it gets more content, as, you know, people start playing the game and just finding out it's a really good game. Again, you know, a lot of people are hating on this game. A lot of people seem to like it once they play it. Again, it holds your hand for like the first hour or so, but once you get into matches and just start playing on your own pace and just playing ranked, man, it can be really fun. And I could see a lot of people getting like hooked onto this game, like, you know, what Rocket League did back a year and a half ago. So yeah, I figured I'd just, you know, give Drawn to Death the spotlight for once because, man, I feel like it's a game that deserves it. I'm, what, like 8 or so minutes into this recording, and I didn't even mention that David Jaffe made this game. And, well, he's like one of the creators of God of War and Twisted Metal, so there's that. You know, I think you guys saw this back at PSX. He kind of closed the show with this game back at PSX, the first one, I believe, in 2014. So this game's gone quite a bit of ways. You know, seeing some early alpha footage, this game has changed quite a bit. And yeah, I can't wait to see, you know, how the community reacts to this, how, you know, big the community grows for this game. And yeah, guys, so, you know, have you played Drawn to Death? Let me know in the comments down below. Definitely check it out if you're a PlayStation Plus member. It's free. If you're not a PlayStation Plus member, it is $20. So, you know, I guess that's, you know, if it's worth it to you or not. You know, I guess it's just a matter of taste, I guess you could say. Watch some gameplay online, see how you like it, maybe watch some other reviews of it. Again, this is not really my review. I'm not even sure if I'm going to review this game fully, but this is just how I'm, like, liking the game 40 matches in or so. And I can't wait to play more. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want to know when the next Gaming_Score video will be coming out, or the next podcast coming up tomorrow morning, so already, you know, it's going to be another video. So, you know, that's awesome to see. And we have a special guest in that video. So I hope you guys like Gaming_Score episode 4. I guess we could say podcast episode 4, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so Gaming_Score is making its return this week. You know, we skipped last week because we were a little bit busy. But, you know, that's enough for, you know, updates. I guess I'll just let you watch the podcast tomorrow. Should be pretty cool. And yeah, guys, I've been online. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.
You weren't food, you wanker.